Yo, what's going on, people? Dogysamich here for another episode of Georgia on the Grind, where I talk about some events that are happening in the Georgia fighting game community. I say talk about some events like some things have happened, but aside from the weeklies in the past week, nothing too major has really happened. Actually, nothing has happened. I don't really know if I'm going to delve into results too much. I haven't done it too much so far, and I'm not trying to make this a whole catalog of everything that's happened. If people are really concerned about the results, as long as you're following along, you have the event pages so you can check them out at your leisure. I know that's kind of abrupt to say right there, but it's something that literally just crossed my mind. More important and more concerning, which is why we're here in the first place, let's talk about what's coming up in the near future. Weeklies are still happening at this point, until I go and check and see if I'm missing anything. Two big weeklies that usually happen are 404 and ESA weeklies. 404 Esports has posted their weekly event schedule. I could give it to you here, but I would be doing a greater service to 404 and Greg if I pointed at his stuff and said, go check his stuff out. Because he goes through the motions time and time again, week after week, to make sure the information is out there, effectively trying to do what I'm doing, which is get information for the people who say they don't know where to go. So check the 404 Twitter, check the webpage. I'm going to assume that it's posted on their other social medias. Again, I don't honestly check them. Call me out on that, but I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt, and you can get your information there. ESA, Esports Arena up in Woodstock, they have already posted their event page for this week, or at least for Tekken. That was the only one I looked for Tekken Thursdays. I'm assuming that the Smash Ultimate one for Sunday is probably somewhere up there, and I didn't delve too hard. As a complete side note, this isn't even fighting games, but this crossed my eye and I kind of got a chuckle out of it. They also do Apex and Halo 2v2s if you are here and somehow interested in that in the Woodstock area. Again, I can give you the link to the Tekken event page, but I'll give you the link to, I think, the event planner for ESA, and they have a link on their page for how to keep in touch with all their stuff. It's honestly the best I have. They really run on a week-by-week basis. Moving on, couple of reminders, couple of new events. Quote unquote, a new event. I can't remember if I mentioned this last week, but we're going to mention this again. Breakout is happening again this Friday. I think I didn't mention it because I didn't know about it at this point. But yeah, instead of being a monthly, Breakout is going to be a bi-weekly event. Bi-weekly in the sense of it happens every other week, and not bi-weekly as in it happens 2 times a week. The mix-up that everybody always falls for. So, second week, Breakout is happening again, running the same 5 attempting to run the same 5 events. Dragon Ball FighterZ, Guilty Gear Strive, Tekken 7, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and maybe this time they'll have people show up for King of Fighters 15. Maybe, who knows? But that's happening on Friday the 18th. Happening in Morrow, Georgia. Yes, I had to think about this real hard. It's in Morrow. It's in that area at the least. At Team Net. Breakout Cross Team Net. This Saturday in Macon. I've had this on the calendar for a while, but it is finally time for Cherry Blossom Festival Isekai. Still scratching my head at that name. It works, but we were not trying to see any more Isekais. Let me stop throwing out the jokes and throw some sirens, some bright lights, and some attention. There's a pretty important thing happening at Cherry Blossom Festival Isekai. For the first time in who knows how long, and probably the first time for the foreseeable future in this state, in this region, and possibly in this country, they're hosting Street Fighter V. Now, I glossed over this a couple of weeks ago when it was making the rounds in social media, but yeah, you're not going to see too many Street Fighter V tournaments in the wild anymore. So if you're in the state and you're looking to get your games in, you should be there Saturday. Along Street Fighter V, there's also going to be Tekken 7, Guilty Gear Strive, and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now, I have this marked wrong on my notes, but next week, and we're going to talk about this next week, because if you haven't noticed, this has kind of become a weekly thing, kind of falling into the rhythm. Next week, Zone Breakers is going to do Break Fest. Talk about that a little more next week. But a new event that you need to put on your calendar if you are looking to get into any of these games, and it's going to be pretty big for one of them. Momocon has put up their event page for this year. Momocon happening, have to double check this because I'm a fool and don't keep this up. May 26th through 29th. Yes, Momocon is an anime convention, so it's going to run longer than your typical 2-day fighting game tournament. Don't know how solidified the dates are for the tournament specifically, so I'll just leave you with the Momocon dates, and I will walk you through the events, because there are some really interesting events here. For everything they have listed on their event page, they have, well, let's start with the important thing. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, singles and doubles. This is important because in the past week or two, I forget when it happens, not like I keep up with it too much, the Smash World Tour was announced again, and it's apparently going to actually happen, or attempt to happen, and Momocon is the Southeast, the Georgia stuff. It's the stop in Georgia. It's the event in Georgia, which makes perfect sense, seeing as Momocon has been a pretty big, I think pretty big is an understatement, of extremely big Smash event for many, many years in the past. So if you're looking to play Ultimate, if you are looking to do whatever the Smash World Tour does, whether it's get points, qualify, you're going to need to get that information yourself. But if you're trying to play Ultimate, you need to head over to Momocon. With other platform fighters, though, they're also going to have Rivals of Aether, singles and doubles. It still surprises me to see that this game is really picking up steam again, but here it is. And what shouldn't be a surprise, Brawlhalla, singles and doubles. And that's a game that, for some reason, doesn't get mentioned too much in the state of Georgia, although, unless I'm mistaken, the development studio is in Georgia. But yeah, those are 3 events that are probably going to be like the driving force of Momocon this year. There's also going to be Tekken 7, going to be Guilty Gear Strive. There's going to be Dragon Ball FighterZ. You notice how it's like a pretty consistent list of games. And here's the one that stood out to me. There's going to be Mario Kart 8. I guess I should say Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, since I put out full titles. It's not a fighting game. Side note, Mario Kart, I forget which one, was actually a main event game at an EVO, so technically speaking, I can throw this in here. Anyways, Mario Kart 8 happening at Momocon. Okay, that shouldn't be too much of a surprise. They're going to have 2 events for this. They're going to have free-for-all singles. I think they said it was like a 12-person free-for-all singles wave thing or something. I didn't look too hard, because this one blew my mind. I heard the record scratch in my head, because on their Twitter post, they had Mario Kart twice, and I was like, whoa, they have Mario Kart twice. They don't know what they're doing. No, they're doing doubles for Mario Kart 8. Now, as a person who likes team games, as a person who likes doubles, that's actually the main thing I play. I play Maxi Boost On right now. It's a 2-on-2 Gundam game, Gundam Arena, quote-unquote fighter arena shooter game, whatever. Doubles always jumps out to me. The idea of Mario Kart 8 doubles just sounds hilarious. I hope they stream it. I really hope they stream it. But yeah, that's your event lineup for Momocon. And with that being said, that's effectively everything I want to talk about. Don't need to dwell on it too much, because taken up about 10 minutes of your time at this point, which I totally appreciate you for. For anybody who puts up with this, who has tolerated everything that I've tried so far. Again, thank you. Can't thank you enough. With that being said, you know what time it is. Gonna throw the event calendar up there if you need it. Yeah, there's still a couple events we haven't talked about, but they're far into the future. We'll get more into them as the time comes. But until then, until next time, I'll catch y'all later. Be easy, yo. Peace.